The mysterious case of Davis McClendon, a mystery that defies understanding. When the name Davis McClendon comes up, a palpable mystery hangs in the air. What really happened to him? His disappearance is not just an isolated event, but an echo of the issues of violence and the search for justice that permeate our communities. Can you imagine the impact that his absence has had on the lives of his friends and family? Davis, a young man passionate about science and the arts, left home like any other day, promising to meet up with friends. But the last message he sent, which was supposed to bring relief, became the starting point for a disturbing enigma. The community mobilization, the media pressure, and the theories that have emerged around his disappearance invite us to reflect on the fragility of life and the importance of solidarity. As the clues are analyzed, each detail can become crucial. The unfolding of the investigation reveals that the truth may be more complex than we imagine. Are you ready to explore what really happened to Davis? Sign up now and join us on this journey for truth and empathy. The mysterious case of Davis McClendon. When we hear the name Davis McClendon, we immediately feel a sense of mystery in the air. The disappearance of a person is always something that draws everyone's attention, especially when it involves a crime. This case makes us wonder, what really happened? The disappearance of Davis McClendon is not just an isolated event. It occurs in a context where violence and the search for justice are frequent themes. Davis was a young man full of dreams, passionate about science and the arts, and was described as a kind and trustworthy person by friends and family. His absence left a huge void in the lives of everyone who knew him. To better understand the impact of his disappearance, it is important to look at his life before the event. The day Davis disappeared began like any other. He left home in the morning saying he was going to meet friends. Apparently, there was nothing to indicate that anything was wrong. However, as the day progressed, his friends began to worry when they were unable to contact him. The last message Davis sent said he was having fun and would be meeting more people. This message, which was supposed to be reassuring, ended up becoming the starting point for a mystery that would leave everyone intrigued. As soon as Davis's family realized he had not returned, their concern quickly grew. They began contacting friends and acquaintances, trying to find out where he might be. The community's outpouring of support was remarkable. Neighbors and friends came together to make posters, share information on social media, and organize search parties. This solidarity demonstrated the impact he had on the lives of those around him. Before continuing, sign up now and be part of this journey for truth and empathy. As the days passed, Davis's disappearance began to gain media attention. Reports were made, and local news outlets began covering the case. This brought visibility, but it also challenged the family and friends who faced the pressure of being in the spotlight. Media coverage played a crucial role in the search for Davis. The more people who knew about his disappearance, the more likely someone was to come forward with relevant information. However, media attention also had a downside, with pressure to solve the case quickly. As time passed and Davis was not found, several theories began to emerge. People speculated about what might have happened to him. One of the most common theories was that Davis had been in an accident. Many believed that he had injured himself and was unable to call for help. On the other hand, another theory that gained traction was that he might have been kidnapped, a terrifying idea that raised questions about the safety of the community. Some people even speculated that Davis had decided to run away, an explanation that reflected the complexity of teenage life. As the days passed, police intensified their investigation, interviewing friends, family, and anyone who might have information about Davis's disappearance. The pressure on investigators grew, and the community became increasingly anxious for answers. Meanwhile, the family faced a roller coaster of emotions, and their public appeal for anyone with information to come forward highlighted their resilience and determination to seek answers. The impact of Davis's disappearance on the community was profound. People began to wonder about the safety and well-being of their own children, and discussion groups were formed. The case highlighted the need to raise awareness about safety issues and support for vulnerable young people. Social media became a powerful tool, allowing friends and strangers alike to come together to raise awareness of the case. After weeks of searching and speculation, the truth finally began to emerge. A group of people who had been in the area where Davis disappeared made a significant discovery. They found evidence that led to a new line of investigation. The revelation of what happened to Davis was a moment of mixed emotions. The truth was not what anyone expected, and the consequences reverberated throughout the community, raising questions about safety, responsibility, and the importance of caring for one another. The Davis-McClendon case teaches us many lessons. It reminds us of the fragility of life and the importance of being aware of what is happening around us. It also highlights the power of community and solidarity in times of crisis. As we reflect on Davis's life and the impact of his disappearance, we are led to think about how we can make a difference in our own communities. The search for justice and truth is a journey that we must all share. So as we seek to understand what really happened, we are reminded that truth and justice are important to all of us. The journey continues, and each of us can make a difference. Theories and speculation. Over time, many people began discussing what may have happened to Davis on social media and on TV. They often become like detectives, trying to figure out what happened. Every new detail that comes to light generates comments and theories, and people get involved as if they were helping to solve a great mystery, analyzing the clues in the Davis-McClendon case. Analyzing the evidence and clues in the Davis-McClendon case reveals that every little detail can be of significant importance. A simple baseball card, a cryptic message on a note, or a witness statement may at first seem trivial, but they can completely change the course of the investigation. These pieces of evidence are like pieces of a puzzle that, when correctly fitted together, reveal a clearer picture of what really happened. Details are crucial in any investigation. Often, what seems like irrelevant information can turn out to be crucial. For example, a baseball card may indicate the presence of a specific person at a certain location, suggesting connections that were not initially clear. Likewise, a seemingly insignificant statement may contain a clue that leads to new discoveries. This attention to detail turns the audience into true detectives, instigating curiosity and the desire to unravel the mystery. Interacting with evidence is not limited to simply recognizing it. It also involves interpretation and critical analysis. The audience is encouraged to make connections, form hypotheses, and question the information presented. This dynamic makes the experience more engaging and educates people about the investigative process. They learn that each clue must be examined carefully and that nothing should be dismissed without proper analysis. As clues are analyzed, several theories emerge. These arguments, which range from the most logical to the most speculative, fuel discussion and debate. For example, if a baseball card is found in a specific location, this may lead to assumptions about the presence of certain people in that area. Although not all theories are correct, they are essential to maintain the interest of the public and encourage them to continue investigating. The analysis of clues also highlights the role of the community. When each member of society gets involved, sharing information and theories, the result is a support network that can be very effective. Collaboration between citizens can lead to new discoveries that the police, for example, might not have reached alone. This community interaction not only strengthens the search for justice, but also unites people around a common goal. Finally, as clues are analyzed and theories develop, anticipation builds. The public eagerly awaits the revelation of the truth, which is often more complex than one might imagine. This journey of discovery, which involves examining every detail and questioning every piece of information, is what makes the investigative process so fascinating. In short, analyzing the clues in the Davis-McClendon case is an exercise that goes beyond simply solving a crime. It is an opportunity for the public to actively engage, think critically, and reflect on the importance of each detail in the search for the truth. Every clue and every testimony is crucial, and when put together, they form the complete story of what really happened. The big reveal. The revelation of what happened to Davis-McClendon is the moment everyone has been eagerly awaiting. After weeks of speculation, theories, and intense investigations, the truth finally emerges, bringing with it a wave of emotions. ranging from surprise to outrage. This outcome is crucial, as it not only brings the story of the disappearance to a close, but also leads us to reflect deeply on how justice is administered and what this means for society. When the truth is revealed, it can challenge people's perceptions of the case. Often what is expected is a simple answer, an explanation that fits perfectly with the theories formulated throughout the process. However, reality proves to be more complex and multifaceted, revealing aspects that had not been considered. This revelation not only impacts those directly involved in the case, but also provokes reactions throughout the community. The way justice is administered in this context is a topic that deserves attention. The revelation can expose flaws in the legal system, raising questions about the effectiveness of investigations and the protection of victims. The public is faced with a moral dilemma. Did the authorities do enough to solve the case? What could have been done differently? These questions generate heated debate and reflect the need for a critical analysis of the justice system. In addition, the revelation impacts people's perceptions of safety in their communities. Davis's disappearance and its resolution raise questions about how society deals with crime and how victims and their families are treated throughout the process. Often, the fight for justice does not end with a revelation. It extends to the search for changes and improvements in the legal system. This moment of discovery also serves as a reminder of the fragility of human life and the importance of caring for one another. Davis McClendon's story is not just a crime case. It is a call for empathy and solidarity. As the truth unfolds, people are invited to reflect on their own lives and how they can contribute to a safer and more just environment. The revelation of what happened to Davis McClendon, therefore, is more than the answer to a mystery. It is an opportunity for society to unite in the search for justice and truth. As reactions spread and discussions intensify, it is clear that the journey in search of answers is a fundamental part of the human experience. And so, even after the revelation, Davis's legacy continues to inspire reflection and action in favor of a better world. Pay attention to what I am going to tell you. The revelation of what happened to Davis McClendon exposed the complexity of the case, challenged perceptions about justice, and raised critical questions about the effectiveness of the legal system and community safety. What would you do in this situation? Answer in the comments. Reflections on justice. The case of Davis McClendon leads us to reflect deeply on justice and the legal system in which we live. The anguish caused by his disappearance and the search for answers make us wonder, why do some people disappear under such mysterious circumstances? What could have been done to prevent this from happening? These questions not only disturb us, but also force us to consider how the system can be improved to protect those who find themselves in vulnerable situations. The first reflection that arises is about the causes of disappearance. Often, missing persons cases are linked to social, economic, and psychological factors. Issues such as violence, neglect, and lack of emotional support can contribute to individuals feeling pressured to leave their realities. This leads us to think about the importance of a more robust support system, which includes social services, mental health resources, and education. Prevention must be a priority, and this requires a careful attention to the needs of the community. In addition, the legal system often faces criticism regarding its effectiveness in solving missing persons cases. Slow investigations, lack of resources, and lack of coordination between agencies can make it difficult to find answers. It is essential that law enforcement agencies recognize these shortcomings and work to implement changes that ensure more efficient and humane care. Improving the training of professionals involved, increasing transparency, and promoting more effective communication between agencies are essential steps to strengthen public trust in the system. Justice is not limited to resolving cases. It also involves the way victims and their families are treated during the process. Emotional and psychological support is crucial for those who have suffered traumatic experiences to recover and find new meaning in their lives. Recognizing the pain and struggle of victims must be a priority, and this requires a more sensitive and empathetic approach on the part of authorities. Reflections on justice, therefore, lead us to consider our role in building a more just world. Each of us can contribute to change, whether through awareness, volunteering, or supporting initiatives that seek to improve the legal and social system. The fight for justice is a collective responsibility, and empathy must be the driving force that unites us toward this goal. Ultimately, the Davis-McClendon case reminds us that the search for justice is an ongoing process. It is a call to not only question what can be improved, but also to become active agents in promoting meaningful change. Reflecting on justice should not be an isolated exercise. It should be part of a broader commitment to a future where every life is valued and protected. The Davis-McClendon mystery is not just an intriguing story. It is a valuable opportunity to reflect on life and the realities that surround us. Each new clue found, each testimony analyzed, and each discussion generated around the case challenges us to think critically about the issues surrounding justice and security in our society. This engagement forces us to look beyond the superficial and consider the complexities that permeate disappearances and other social issues. As we follow the investigation and try to understand what really happened, we are confronted with the fragility of human life. The Davis case serves as a reminder that people are more than mere statistics in a news report. Each disappearance represents a story, a family, and a community shaken. This perspective encourages us to engage more actively with issues of justice, not just as spectators, but as active participants in the search for solutions. Reflecting on the case also leads us to question what we can do to contribute to a safer and more just world. Truth and justice are fundamental values that must be upheld by all of us. The fight for justice should not be seen as the sole responsibility of law enforcement or the legal system. Each of us has a role to play, whether through awareness raising, activism, or supporting community initiatives. We can make a difference in the lives of others. Furthermore, the Davis mystery teaches us that the search for truth is an ongoing journey. It is a process that requires patience, resilience, and above all, compassion. As new information emerges and discussions evolve, we are reminded that the truth can be complex and multifaceted, and that justice is not always achieved quickly or easily. So as we seek to understand what really happened to Davis-McClendon, we are invited to reflect on our own lives and the role we play in society. Each of us can contribute to a more just and empathetic world where the voices of victims are heard and valued. The journey continues, and it is our responsibility to ensure that this search for truth and justice is a collective priority. Life, with all its nuances and challenges, calls us to act, to care, and to fight for a better future. Register now. Don't miss the chance to delve deeper into the mysterious case of Davis-McClendon. Join us to explore the mysteries of the disappearance, understand the search for justice, and reflect on community solidarity. Learn about the theories and evidence surrounding this case, and how each of us can contribute to a safer and more just world. Register now and be part of this journey for truth and empathy.